We're quite confident, however, that the 34 seats which the Jamaica Labour Party won, we won them outright, and therefore they are unlikely to shift. And we therefore are in a mode of looking at what can be added as opposed to moving any other direction.
Hello, my lovely viewers. You're tuning into On The Views TV, and this is my first official vlog. This channel is here to talk about current affairs in the country, and now and then we may also touch on other topics as well. But in this one, we are talking about the recent general elections, and we are going to break down how all of the constituencies are, and we're going to show all of the MPs that are in the house and, the persons that they went up against. And also we're going to share a little bit more, letting you know that if this constituency got flipped, if the constituency was a JLP constituency or a PNP constituency. Because, trust me, this election, viewers, this election was a very tense one. It was very close. As you can see, Mark Golding really doubled the amount of seats he started the campaign with. And that, to me, that is a win, even though he lost. But to me, Mark Golding can really use this as something to build on. And also, Andrew Holness, him can even use this as something to open up his eyes, because from the local government election, trust me, he knew that maybe it would have been this tight, or maybe he was expecting it to be more, competitive. But as I was saying, I'm going to get into this video and I'm going to break down this Jamaican diagram and show you where the JLP has hold on to and where the PNP has hold on to. Here, viewers, that is the 34 seats for the JLP and also the 29 seats for the PNP.
Yeah, win some and lose some, Yeah. And man, remember the days and then just a win straight. Nobody not did fix. Yeah. Nobody did just live with it, man. Now at the time for play by right win straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Yes, Wally. How he loses? You like it? Alright.
Everybody love this,
Sure, man.
Yo, Bada Cat no easy, Bada Cat ask the man how losing feel. Yeah, but as we say, viewers are gonna jump into this one and break down the constituencies in Jamaica and the MPs right now that are currently occupying those seats. So we are going to kick it off with the constituency map of Kingston and St. Andrew. So in Kingston and St. Andrew, it consists of 15 MPs, and Kingston and St. Andrew as the largest. So that's why the two of them joined, because they don't know it's just 3 MPs in Kingston, which is West Kingston, Central Kingston, and East Kingston. But East Kingston connect to Port Royal. That's when you're coming from airport there, Harbourview side. Yeah, but we're not going to be specific about the areas. We just are going to give you the constituencies and show you who is the MP of this area. So in Kingston Eastern, we have Philip Palwell. He retained his seat because he was the MP as well last year. In Western Kingston, this constituency is retained by Desmond Mackenzie. He went up against Joseph Whittaker from the PNP and Ricardo Williams. I think this purple party is the JPP, which is the Jamaica Progressive Party. And in Central Kingston, where we have Steve McGregor, going up against Donovan Williams. Donovan Williams recently held this constituency, but now it's flipped by the PNP's Steve McGregor, who won, and now he is the MP of Kingston Central. And we're going to jump in at St. Andrew now because, as I say, it's 3 constituencies in Kingston. So we all know that both party leaders, they have their constituency in St. Andrew. And we're going to start off with the opposition leader. The opposition leader, Mark Golding, won his constituency by a landslide, as you can see here. He went up against Carlton Allen of the Jamaica Labour Party. And we're going to the Prime Minister now. So the Prime Minister is St. Andrew West Central. He won his seat against Paul Buchanan, where you can see one of the times he was very neck to neck to Paul Buchanan. But as you guys can see, the Prime Minister ended up winning by a good margin, and he retains his seat in St. Andrew West Central. And we're just going to go to the Prime Minister's wife. She retains her seat in St. Andrew East Rural. She went up against Patrick Peterkin of the PNP, Purcell Jackson of the JPP, and Kimisha Hendricks of the UIC, which is the United Independent Congress. Some persons call him the Independent Party. And up next we have Julian Cuthbert, who retains St. Andrew West Rural. She went up against Joan Gardy Webley of the PNP and George Roach of the JPP. And further on in St. Andrew Northwestern, Dwayne Smith retains his seat. He went up against Ethne Miller Simpson of the PNP and Orlando Robinson of the JPP. So as you can see, JLP retains most of their seat in St. Andrew. And going further on, we're in St. Andrew East Central. Dennis Gordon, he defeated Damian Vassell of the JLP, and he also defeated Princess Ford of the JPP. So the PNP retains that seat, but this is Mr. Gordon's first time as MP. And also in the North Central of St. Andrew, Delano Sivrite, who recently succeeded Carlson Muda, he retained St. Andrew North Central for the JLP, which this is also his first time as MP. And also in St. Andrew Western, Mr. Anthony Hilton defeated Corey Dunkley of the JLP and also defeated Carla Francis of the JPP. And we're not finished with St. Andrew yet. I told you it's 15 constituencies. And Dr. Angela Brownberg, she defeated Maureen Hall of the JLP. She defeated Antonia Wint of the JPP. And she also defeated Jamar Watson, another independent candidate. And also Delroy Chuck, he retained his seat in St. Andrew Northeastern, where he defeated Stacey Knight. Yeah man, she's the daughter of KD Knight. So as you are supposed to know, she represented the People's National Party. And St. Andrew Southeastern saw Julian Robinson retaining his seat over the JLP Kevin Fright and Kemoy Lynch of the UIC. Yes, so Julian Robinson is the one that ended up making the 7 seats for the PNP in Kingston and St. Andrew. And last but not least, we have Favour Williams retaining her constituency over Patricia Duncan Sutherland. Yeah man, so JLP win that over the PNP and also over the JPP, Carl Cargill. So as I said, viewers, this is the 15 constituencies in Kingston and St. Andrew, and PNP won 7 and the Jamaica Labour Party won 8. And as you can see as well, I'm using some information from the Gleaner. So